What up, guys? Welcome back once again to another video on the channel. I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to another weekly market analysis where every single week I show you guys the setup that I'm looking at going into the new week, how I intend trading the setup with the community, and how we're going to manage it, how everything that has to do with how we are going to go about trading setup I share with you guys here on YouTube. So if you enjoy content like this, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so whenever I post educative content like this, you will be notified. On today's weekly market analysis, I'm looking at a very fantastic setup, right, on USD CAD, right? USD CAD. The previous weekly market analysis that I posted was on AUD CAD, right? So before I will go deep into anything that has to do with USD CAD, I would like to take you through quickly what actually transpired the whole of last week before we move on to USD CAD, right? So last week we saw a very beautiful information. Please, if you haven't watched last week's video, I will recommend that you go back and watch that video before you come to this video, so that anything that I saw on AUD CAD will make a lot of sense to you, right? But last week we realized that AUD CAD was in the downtrend. We also spotted that there was an information on the weekly time frame that we are expecting that price pulls back to a neckline before any continuation to the downside. And as you can clearly see on the daily time frame, price did what? Price has pulled back all the way to our previous support now 10 resistance, which is also our weekly neckline on our information on the weekly time frame, right? So from here, you're expecting price to do what? To make further continuation to the downside. Now, when we go on the forward time frame, we can also identify that price was moving correctively when it was trying to retrace or retest the weekly information, right? And what I mean by was moving correctively, what I mean by that is you can see how price was moving, in a consolidative manner. So we came to retest the previous support now 10 resistance. Then from there we saw a double top, which is also a very beautiful information. Then price started making continuation to the downside. Now, as you can currently see, price is now retesting to a previous support now 10 resistance again. This is a mini structure, right? This is a mini structure on the forward time frame that when you go down to the daily time frame, you're going to be able to see the detailed version of it, right? Let me just go on the 1 hour time frame. You'll be able to see the detailed version of what I'm trying to explain here, right? You can see clearly the market is still in a downtrending market, right? I think I should be sending the signal to the community any moment from now. I think right after recording this video, I will send the signal to the community because I think it's ready now. So that is how things transpire. Like I said, if you haven't watched the analysis, I don't want to waste a lot of time on this setup, right? Because I've explained everything that I saw on this setup on the previous video, for which I will leave the link at the right top corner. You can also check it out for further reference, right? So everything is still looking good on AUD CAD. Looks like it's about to make a huge drop to the downside because everything still looks extremely bearish, right? Everything still looks extremely bearish. So it's still looking very, very good. That I'm definitely going to send a signal right after recording this video, right? A very interesting price action that I'm currently seeing on AUD CAD, right? So before I go deep into, let's start from the weekly time frame, because like I said, and I've always been saying, I'm a swing trader, so I like looking at things from a wider, perspective, right, at a macro level before I jump down and look at what is really going on the lower time frames, right? So now on the weekly time frame, I'll start from the weekly time frame, right? On the weekly time frame, what we can generally see, right? What you can generally see on the weekly time frame is a market that has been going to the upside for a while, and when the market got to a certain point, right, the market started ranging, started moving in a range manner. And what I mean by the market moving in a range manner is a market that is not moving in any clear trend, right? It's just moving sideways this way. That's what we mean when we say the market is what? The market is what? The market is ranging, right? So the market was coming from this level. You can see the market was from a series of what? Higher highs and higher lows from here. Higher high, higher low, form an equal high, equal low, form another higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then the range started forming, right? You saw the market just moving in this manner, right? Generally moving in this manner. And one thing you need to keep in mind is every market or every pair has its own story that is telling. So it's up to you, the trader, to identify the story, to be able to understand the story that this market is trying to tell, and just follow the story, right? So as you can clearly see on the weekly time frame, now looking at the price action that we have here, the market is clearly moving in a range, right? After the second touch, right? After the second touch on the resistance level, this is our resistance level, right? After the second touch on our resistance level, we saw price was making a push to the downside by forming an M formation, right? This is a beautiful M formation. Market forming an M formation followed by market retracing to the neckline and the market making a move to the downside. I've been speaking about this M formation over and over again, and within this week I'll be uploading a video on the M and W formation on the YouTube channel. So please, it's gonna be very helpful for you to subscribe to the channel, so when I post this educative content you will be notified as fast as possible, right? So let's continue. So now looking at the current price action, right? Now let's focus on the current price action that we are seeing on AUD card. Let's focus on the current price action. Now after the formation of the M formation that I've already showed you guys, market retrace to the neckline at this zone, right? Market retrace the neckline at this zone. From here, we also saw that price was made a huge push to the downside, and after the push to the downside, price started doing what? Price started making a retracement, right? But one thing we can clearly establish is the market is started moving in a downtrend, right? Because all the price action that we are seeing here, even though what we saw on the weekly time frame, what we have already established on the weekly time frame was a market that was moving in an uptrend and started forming a range, right? But the mini trend, right? We have the overall trend, we have the mini trend, right? Now the mini trend that we are seeing on the weekly time frame is a market that is shortly forming a downtrend, which started from the second touch on our resistance level. Then price started forming a series of lower lows and lower high. So as you can clearly see, let me take my line chart, everything off again. As you can clearly see, right now we saw price forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And if you're a trend following trader, you need to understand that whenever the markets form, whenever the market is in the downtrend and the market forms a lower high, there's a higher probability of the market forming a lower low in a downtrending market. The same thing also happens when the market is in an uptrend. When the market forms a higher low, there's a high possibility for the market to form a lower high if the market is indeed trending to the upside, right? Now, after market forming a lower high, the market has beautifully retraced to our previous support, now turning resistance. Now these are previous support, which is right here. It's our support because you can clearly see the market reacted to that zone several times, but the market came here, rejected that level, made all the move all the way to the upside, came down to that level again. Then the market made a short rejection to the upside. That is when the market was able to make a huge break to the downside, and now the market has pulled back to the same level again, right? The market has pulled back to the same level again. What does this mean? It means that the market is in a downtrend, and since the market has been able to retrace to that same level again, there's a higher probability for the market to make a rejection from here all the way to the downside, at least to our support level, which is here. At least to our support level, which is here, right? Because we have already established that the market is in a mini downtrend, right? So at least you can expect price to do to make a move from here to this support level. And this is a huge move because remember, we are on a weekly time frame. So if the market is able to make this move to the downside to at least to this support level here, that's going to be a huge move on the lower time frame, right? That's going to be a huge amount of pips that we can definitely capitalize with the community, right? Definitely, if you're not in the community, I will definitely leave the link in the Telegram to the Telegram channel and also to the WhatsApp channel. Join if you want to learn more about how we analyze the market, right? So that's going to be about almost 310 pips, which is going to be a huge trade for us to catch, right? Now, one last thing I would like to see on the weekly time frame is look at the candlestick rejection, right? Look at the candlestick pattern that is forming here. After the market retesting, look at these two candles right here. Don't look at the current candle, right? Pay attention to the previous weekly candles, right? Like last 2 weeks candles. Look at it. Look at how the market has been forming bearish pin bar, right? And it's a bearish pattern, right? Whenever you see this kind of pattern, it's a high indication that the market is going to do what? The market is going to move to the downside. These two candles, leaving a long wick behind it, is called what? A bearish pin bar candlestick pattern, right? And anytime we're able to spot these kind of patterns in a downtrending market, it means that there's a higher probability for us to expect more continuation to the downside. This is a very beautiful pattern, right? A very beautiful pattern that we're currently seeing on the weekly time frame. Now let's move to the daily time frame, right? We're not wasting a lot of time. I don't want to waste a lot of time on this video, right? Let's move to weekly time frame. The daily time frame. So now on the daily time frame, we can clearly see the market forming a double top formation after the formation of our higher, of our lower high on the weekly time frame, right? We have already established that the market was moving a series of lower lows and lower highs, and now the market has formed what? A lower high. And after the formation of the lower high, we also saw that the market did what? The market formed a bearish pin bar candlestick pattern, and now that is the indication that we are seeing on the daily time frame, which is the double top formation, right? Which is a double top formation that we are currently seeing on the daily time frame, right? So this is a very beautiful pattern. You can clearly see the market is in a huge downtrend. That definitely, as a trader, when the market is moving a downtrend, there's no need for you to do what? To trade against the trend, right? There's no need for you to what? To trade against the trend. Now, what else can we also see on the daily time frame, right? Now, for us to fully capitalize and confirm that okay, this market is indeed going to the downside. Now, let me take you guys quickly on the 4-hour time frame and show you guys something that I'm seeing on the 4-hour time frame that I don't like, right? Even though the setup looks extremely good, but there's something on the 4-hour time frame that I want the market to confirm before I jump into the trade with my mentees, right? Now look at this structure level, this support level that we are currently seeing, right? Look at the structure level that we are currently seeing on the 4-hour time frame. It's even clearer on the daily time frame, right? We can still see it on the daily time frame, but then it's much clearer on the 4-hour time frame. That is why I took you guys on the 4-hour time frame, so I can show you guys what I'm seeing, right? Now look at the 4-hour time frame. Look at it very well. You can clearly see that the market is currently retesting on a support level on a 4-hour time frame, right? So if you say that we are selling here, it's not going to be the wisest of choices for us to immediately start selling, because we think that we are seeing price. We think that price is going to go to the downside, because we also spot that the market is also in a downtrend on the weekly time frame. It doesn't mean that immediately, because we have been able to identify all these characteristics on USD card, we should come on the 4-hour time frame and immediately start selling. No, we also need to pay attention to the structural levels on the 4-hour time frame. And as we can clearly see, the market is currently testing at a previous support level, which the market has rejected over and over again. Previous rejection, and now the market has even rejected it recently now, and the market is also approaching this zone again. So the market can easily again reject the same level and make a move to the upside again, right? So what is going to be the wisest of choices for us to do in this level, in situations like this? What do you think is going to be the wisest of choices for us to do? If you know the answer to this level, if you know the answer to this question, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think is going to be the best option for us to do in situations like this. But what I'm gonna say in regards to this answer, in regards to this question, is we need to wait patiently for the market to break this level, because the market has rejected that zone over and over again. It's not going to be the wisest of choices for us to wake up and just start selling at a support zone, right? It's not going to be the best of choices. So the best thing for us to do here is to patiently wait for the market to do what? To break this level, right, and retest this level before we can eventually say that okay, now the market has broken below this support level, which is now turning resistance at this zone here. So now we can definitely do what? Enter this trade. So what I'm going to be doing with the students from here is, until the market breaks below that support level, we are not entering the trade, right? Until the market breaks below the 4-hour support level, we are not entering the trade. And that is how we are going to be behaving on this pair, that is USD card, right? Because we need to make sure that the market is in a position where the odds are highly in our favor, even though we can't be certain that the market is going to go to the downside. But we need to make sure that whenever we enter in any trade, and there's something that you guys also need to keep in mind, right? Whenever you enter in any setup on the market, you need to make sure that the odds are highly in your favor before you jump in on any trade, right? Even though it's not 100% certain, but you need to make sure that the odds are highly in your favor before we jump in. And in order for us to get that odds in our favor on USD card, we are waiting for the market to break and retest this level before we can jump in on this trade, right? This is a very beautiful price action that we are currently seeing on USD card. This USD card is actually one of my favorite pairs, because as you can currently see, if you go back historically and look at my past trades, you can see that I've never taken a loss on USD card for a while now. Look at the 3 trades I've taken on USD card, and they are all straight up wins, right? And this is not something that is a gimmick, or it's not. I'm just not putting the risk reward tool here to show that okay, no. It's the trade that I actually took, right? And if you actually want to prove that okay, this guy is taking every trade that he's showing us, you need to join my community in order for you to know that okay, yeah, this guy is actually taking all the trades that he shows us on this page, right? This is a setup I want to share with you guys on USD card. Very beautiful setup, and I'm definitely going to capitalize with the community on this setup, because it's a swing trade. It's definitely going to take a while before the trade finally materialize, right? Because you can see the setup that I shared with you guys last week is now materializing for us to capitalize on the trade, right? So this trade right here is going to take a while for it to finally materialize. But then if you want to be part of the people who enjoy this setup, if it should play out like we are expecting, please join the Telegram community, join the WhatsApp community, subscribe to the channel, so whenever we post educative content like this, you will be notified. So without wasting my time, I'll end the video here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.